I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder. Hi friends, so excited that you're back for another episode of Wilder Possibilities. And I'm here with my dear friend, Adria Sorensen, and she is the head designer for Sorensen Architecture Firm, and she gets to work with her husband. And I wanted to have her on because we've gotten to, work on some very exciting projects together and share some amazing clients. Absolutely. And that's what I was so excited to have you here. And you're so beyond talented. And so I just wanted to talk about when you got the click to start what you were doing.
Yeah. Yes. Well, so my background is a little bit different than kind of your typical designer. I actually started in business. So
okay.
I have a master's in business communication, branding, and advertising.
Oh, so, wow. I see. I never even knew that.
Yeah. So I started off working internationally and developing brands and fashion brands and things like that. working more in advertising marketing.
Oh my gosh, we have so much in common. That was the fashion and marketing. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where'd you grow up?
Grew up in San Diego.
Okay, San Diego. Got it.
Yeah, so Southern California girl through and through. And then, through my studies, I ended up in Barcelona.
Oh!
And, studied there, lived there for about 6 years. And
that's why you speak perfect.
Yeah, Spanish. That's why I speak Spanish.
Because we'll be at the site and I'm like, oh, what? Yeah, perfect.
It comes in handy.
Yes, for sure.
It's amazing that I'm able to do that and to get to know people.
Yes. Communicate that way. Love that.
In their native languages. So, so going from that, I came back to Los Angeles and I was looking for kind of a fresh, new approach to life. And that's when I just wanted to talk with everybody I possibly could about, how are you doing this? How are you on your own? What do you, kind of work are you doing? And I was actually working for Sony Pictures.
Oh.
And so I was in marketing at Sony Pictures.
Oh my gosh.
And I would run my own photo shoots and stuff at night and hire teams and put things together.
Oh,
and so that's when I got really like, hey, I don't want to be on the side of business that is just kind of project management, but I would really love to get into, more of the creative side of things. So started doing that, kind of built my own art department.
But also art department, but kind of producer too, if you're running all of that.
So we would do fashion shows. So we'd produce big fashion shows. Wow. So I had a nice team and we'd go to Vegas and I started again playing more a role in building sets too for my project.
Oh,
so
wow.
being able to do that. And in doing so, I decided that it was time to branch out of fashion marketing and go into building products. Wow. And so I wanted to make building products sexy.
Okay, building products meaning?
Wood floors, tiles, everything that you could imagine that goes into your house. I was like, there is no market. And again, this was a while back.
Yeah. Around what year was that?
2008.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. When everything was crumbling down.
Yep. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, let's go.
When my bankruptcy was about to start. I was like, oh God.
Well, part of that was, I guess that's when I would say that was the click, right? It was a big transformation for everybody, right?
Wow.
It was a big time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, for me, a lot of the fashion marketing budgets and stuff and events were, not ready to get going again. And so in that year, I was focusing on what people will always need, which is a beautiful space and a place to call home. And the ability to create that will never disappear.
Yeah.
So there'll always be some type of, little niche to make something special for someone.
Yes.
And so that's kind of when it happened. And I was like, I really this has been great. I love working with a lot of people. I love coordinating a lot of things at once.
Yes.
But let's move into an industry where I can actually have more of a lasting experience.
Yeah.
And give somebody, not just a wonderful night out, but also a place to come home to and call their own and feel really special with their families.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's what we both do. It's such a special, such a important, need. And so you decided that you wanted to do something more lasting. And then how did you kind of break into that 2008?
Well, the funny story is I joined forces with a good friend of mine that had a boutique graphic design company, another woman-owned company, and we kind of took on this industry, and we were exploring, trying to make new contacts and going to a lot of kind of industry events, and I ended up meeting my husband.
Oh, yes,
and,
Christopher.
Yeah,
that's so great. Just the old-fashioned ways at events. Yes, I love that.
Yeah, so we met, and I had, mentioned to him that we were, doing this project and focusing more on developing projects for homes and, creating really beautiful spaces. And he was like, well, show me what's going on. Maybe you want to come and talk to some clients and see, if you can offer them some of your services and stuff, and we can do a project together.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. Do you think he did that because he had a crush on you? Or do you think, I mean, come on. You're married now, so
yes.
What do you, obviously you knew you were talented, but that was great.
So we had already been dating.
Oh, you already dated.
We'd already been dating a little bit.
Okay.
He actually was still helping me with some of my projects as well. So as kind of a nice creative force. And again, we worked on like a Microsoft shoot together and stuff. So setting up like really cool ad campaigns for some bigger companies. And so it kind of, I would say it kind of like blended together naturally. So
that's so fun.
Yeah.
And he was an architect.
He's an architect.
He is an architect, but he was already trained before you met.
He was already trained. He had Sorensen Architects that started in the year 2000.
Oh, okay. So he'd had it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
8 years. Yeah.
Yep. He had his thing going on. And then I joined in 2009.
Okay. Well, I like that. It's obviously been a good thing for you guys.
It's been a good thing. So it's been great. I was able to kind of blend my clients kind of into the portfolio of Sorensen Architects. And we've been working on projects ever since.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What was your first project kind of together? I want to hear about it.
That's a good... I've got to think. The first one that comes to mind, was a remodel and addition on the hillside in Pacific Palisades.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you guys do a lot of work on the west side.
We do a lot of work on the west side. A lot of coastal
and coastal commission, a lot of coast. Yeah, your guys are kind of an expert in that.
Yeah, people come to us because we can offer them kind of from the initial planning phases all the way through construction. So we start in, the comfort of knowing that we have an entire package through the planning departments. We handle all of our own permits. So when we sit down with our clients, it's really, I think, comforting to know that the people that you're talking with are the people that's going to carry your project all the way through. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you're so good with talking to I feel like all the building inspectors and everything, like you're the one you're going there because you guys are contractors. We're contractors. I think it's part of why I love this industry so much and love the job that I do so much is the ability to work with so many different types of people. Oh yeah. Right. So like the
we love it.
Officials, the clients, you get to have a lot of really cool, unique experiences and, it keeps it really exciting. Really exciting. Okay. So then how we met was through our mutual client, but you guys created this insane Balinese
compound.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you weren't the owners. You just were.
No, we had a client who was a developer.
Yes. Okay.
And I would say this was an overlap project, actually. Yes. So this was finishing as well, right around when the recession hit. So this was a project that I came on to when the developer decided to sell a couple years after 2010.
Oh, okay.
So around there. Yeah. And so then that's when I got involved, and we were able to, with the new owners, really add some fabulous touches that that created a really magical space.
Oh, I mean, completely magical. It was picked up by all the magazines. It sold in 4 days for $1 million over.
Yeah.
Asking, I mean, and we didn't start with like some low number. We started with an aspirational number and still went $1 million over that.
Yeah.
So it was because people thought it was, I mean, there was really nothing like it. So it was very special.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a really special project for us. And it was really great to see how it evolved and was really loved by the families that enjoyed it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And they gave you a lot of leeway.
Yes.
The family was amazing to give you a lot of leeway to say, okay, what do you think? And say some of like the features that you had in there, like the tub. I mean, what? Yeah.
So we did. We had a large, an enormous granite tub. Yes.
What was this stone?
It's granite.
It was a granite. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just this largest piece of granite that was just, the tub part was just carved out. So it was just one.
It was all raw, like what most people would refer to as like a live edge stone tub.
Yeah.
Probably about 4 people could fit in it. It was very...
Yes.
It was very much an experience.
It was a statement piece.
It was a statement piece. We, coming back in with the family that you helped in selling the property, we were able to... They were older, and so it was really important for them to have an elevator.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were able to bring in just a beautiful glass Italian elevator that just looked like it was made for the property.
Oh, yeah. It was perfect. It didn't look like a random... everything that you do flows so seamlessly. You can put it together so beautifully, like it was always there.
Yeah. It's always important, even when you're doing remodels or anything. It's our main goal is, or I would say our worst nightmare is to walk into a house and have somebody say, "Oh, this looks like a remodel." Anytime we touch a house, you want to stay true to its nature and integrate as much, of its architectural style as possible throughout the entire addition or modification.
Yeah, well, I feel like, isn't that your big thing when I did the Wilder Wednesday with Christopher, how he was talking about with the nature?
Oh, yeah.
Bringing the nature into
the indoor-outdoor is a big bonus of working with us. We love, obviously, Southern California, and we stretch as far as possible to make our clients take advantage of the ability to live really indoor-outdoor seamlessly throughout the year.
Yeah.
So a lot of our projects have really wide openings that bring kind of the indoors out. We also, we love trees. And so making sure that if there's large, mature trees on the property, that we integrate those into our designs.
And a lot of water features.
Yes.
Very special, like almost inside the home. This one had
we had a 50-foot water wall. Yeah. The client had requested to create some privacy, and also, they really appreciated, again, kind of the elements of nature, right? Water, fire.
Yeah.
So we basically created an active water wall that also was home to about 8 koi fish.
Yes, mature koi fish, the pets.
Well, we got to watch them grow over the years, so
I know.
Very fun.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then, so this particular client loved koi ponds, and so you were able to create one at their next home.
That we did as well. Yes, we did. It was, again, there are things like that make it really special, right? When a client comes and says, this is my passion, or this is what I really love, being able to kind of like dive into that. And I had no experience with koi. Obviously, I've always appreciated them, but to really say, hey, what do we need to make them happy, the fish, and to integrate this into our designs and make something really incredible that they can enjoy daily. So we created it at one property, and then we packed them up and took them to another property and made another home that was very unique. And it was a very fun experience.
Yeah, I love that. And then I still have fingers crossed. With your other new client that we have met together, they were saying that they possibly wanted to have like a bunny. Like, and I know, we don't know if they're going to do it, but I'm secretly dying for them to do it. And you too.
A bunny condo? Yeah.
An
architectural bunny condo?
Architectural bunny condo.
Yes.
I mean,
so,
I really,
amazing.
I really hope they want to move forward, because no one will be better to do that than you.
And no family members, should live, in anything less than something that matches their home.
Exactly. Matches their home. Yeah, because it's an extraordinary architectural home. And so
they're big animal lovers. They have really amazing pets. And everything should kind of coincide. It should all melt together.
Go together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You even created these really special kind of dog beds too. Because they integrated. So it's not just like a random dog bed just like in the middle of the hallway or something. So
we're actually at that project now. We're going to integrate like a dog feeding station in the kitchen area and stuff. So again, like all the family members should be thought of when designing kitchens, when designing living rooms. So
that's so great. Yeah, because they have 3 dogs.
Yeah, they have 3 dogs, and so they'll have their feeding station, and there's nothing worse than a tub of dog food sitting in a visible space. So we'll be creating a nice little home for all of their accessories as well.
Oh yeah, see, that's so special. So what's kind of been, I know, weren't you guys just featured in Architectural Digest too?
Yes, we were just featured in
Architectural Digest. That's a very exciting. That's amazing. Isn't that kind of where everybody wants to be? I mean, that's that's the goal.
Yes. And the project that's featured there is a very special project with disappearing walls and things like that. Oh, it's a really cool house on the bluff in Malibu. And
you met them and you kind of started from scratch with that, or was it a remodel or?
So this is another house. So something that happens, I think, in our industry as well. Architects travel with the homes that they've created, right? So a lot of the times, like once we touch a home, or once we revitalize a home.
Revitalize, I like that.
Yeah. Even when a new family comes in,
that's what happened with us.
Yeah. We get to explore how to make it theirs, right? How to make it unique to this family. So what's really exciting about this particular property is it's a really beautiful bluff home that was a vacation home to a lot of celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it had gone, we worked with Brad Pitt originally as one of the original owners.
That's chill.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have been like, nice to see you.
So, it evolved from more of kind of a bachelor pad to a full family.
Wow.
So, with 4 kids. And so to basically create a home that we could make comfortable for that type of family is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So was it adding bedrooms or just more spaces to be together? Or?
Yeah, we're in process with modifying that house still. So it was featured in Architectural Digest, and it was actually a house that was damaged in the fire.
Okay.
So because it was damaged in the fire, we had the opportunity to, again, make it better, right? And so we installed all new doors and windows that have very thin profiles. So you get really take advantage of seeing as much of the 180-degree bluff view.
So not like thick.
Yeah, the frames are
thick frames. It's like a thin frame. That's what you mean.
Yeah, absolutely. All the frames we made very thin. We were also able to, so like a lot of these bluff houses, right? You get a lot of the elements, the wind and stuff coming in. Yeah. So we have to consider that when we're designing for different experiences, right? If you have a ton of people coming to your house and you're going to have an outdoor event on the deck overlooking the ocean, but the wind is hounding you, pounding you, you can't do that anymore. So they also have a courtyard condition, and in the courtyard, you know, we still want to make it a really unique experience so you don't feel like you're missing out
on the view.
On the view.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the ability, we had really, again, large openings that went from the dining room out into the courtyard. And to give you an idea, it's the kitchen and the dining room and then the courtyard. But when you're in the courtyard, we basically removed part of the kitchen wall. So it disappeared below the cabinets. And so when you are... when you have the house completely open, it's basically like a floating kitchen in the middle of an open courtyard, essentially. So you can see all the way through. And of course, there's a beautiful water wall on the other side. So you can have the water elements and hear it as you're entertaining, you know, pretty much anywhere on the property. So you have that magical experience.
So disappearing wall. I mean, how did you even come up with like a disappearing wall? To think okay,
that one was my husband's fault.
And then you're like, okay, we gotta implement this.
One of his greatest talents is really seeing opportunity beyond, you know, beyond a standard home, right?
He's always pushing the envelope.
He's always pushing the envelope.
And he'll be like, hey, we're gonna do this. You're like, okay,
let's go. So it's a very it's an amazing talent that he has, and all I can say is it's a one of a kind, unique experience. So it's great that we had the support of really wonderful clients too that were on board to say like, let's create something nobody's created before. And so,
oh my gosh,
So I think that's again the best part of what we do. Let's create stuff that nobody's seen before.
Wow. Well, and then it gets in Architectural Digest.
And then everybody gets...
So that's very special. Is there any project that was kind of your favorite project that you guys have done? I mean, I know that's a lot. There's a lot of projects.
Yeah. But. You know, I think it's hard to say a favorite. There's, you know, a lot of the large architectural homes and stuff you're obviously familiar with. Some of the most rewarding projects too are smaller parts, right? Like figuring out, for example, we created a staircase. It didn't have a guardrail. And we were like, how are we going to make a guardrail, you know, special?
Yeah.
And after staring at many different inspiration photos and things like that, we decided that we were going to do these vertical steel spindles and lace it all in leather. And so we have a floating staircase, and it's laced with just really delicate threads, a full handrail that's wrapped in leather. And it's just really, really sweet details like that really take the home to the next level. And so it's a really fun project to do because it's something as simple as, you know, a guardrail, which could look like anything. So let's make it look exceptional.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's so great. And is it the inspiration comes from the two of you together, or do you take inspiration from
our creative differences?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Good. It's, I mean, honestly, like, you know, we have a really amazing team.
I've met your team. They're great. They're so fun. They came to one of our listings. It was so nice.
They had the best time.
They were darling. Yes. It's so supportive. It's so fun that we can support each other.
Oh my gosh. It's the best. And so, I mean, it's definitely like all hands on deck. We definitely design in a very collaborative way. And I think that's what makes things as good as they can be.
Yeah. We have a great client experience too. I just always die laughing because you and Christopher worked together. And then I remember Clark just a few years ago. I mean, he was probably joking, but, he's an attorney. He was like, just retire being an attorney and like work with you. I was like, wow, that is so interesting. I said, I just wanted to let you know that Shelton Wilder Group, we're really not accepting applications at the moment. I was like, I mean, we're just kind of, not expanding, I was just thinking like, no. I mean, just partnering together. Just, I mean, we have an amazing marriage, but like, because we're such a team and like, doing all the things with the kids. Yeah. But like, you guys are doing all the things with your two girls that are almost the same age as my boys. Then you're working together all the time. Mm-hmm. How does that work? I mean, you're so chill. I mean, you really are. You're good.
Somebody has to be.
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Love you, Christopher.
Exactly. No. Honestly, like, it just works. And it's crazy when we think about it and how long we've been working together.
I know. Think about it. It's 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 15 years. Yeah.
So great. I mean, that's you made it. You're doing it.
It's crazy, but I couldn't imagine it any other way.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. That you get to. And then how many are on your team?
So we have about 8 designers total.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have SA Construction, which is a whole nother team of amazing people.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know those guys. They're on it.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
So, we have a great team.
It's amazing. Yeah. They're like the highest quality. I mean, even like some of the homes that we had been in, and then you had to add something to make it functional, but nothing ever looks out of place. It always looks like it was there and part of the project, but versus it just like some random like thing just thrown in there, like it. You really are totally exceptional at what you do. So that was why I was like, I want to talk to you about, because I didn't really know how it was all kind of
linked
got started, but it makes sense about your business. Mm-hmm. Because you run the business side too. Okay, so you're the head designer, but you also run the business, like trying to.
I'm HR.
Yeah. We have so much in common. Yeah, we have so much in common. Yeah. Oh my God.
You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, we're the janitor, the CEO, and pick up from school. So
exactly.
Hey,
it's all about balance, right?
Oh yeah. So, and I just found something out about you. That you like to dance.
I do like to dance.
That you're a dancer. Like, you're like amazing at dancing. I was trying to take some shuffling dance lessons.
Oh, you are amazing.
I'm not a good dancer, but you're like legit dancer. And so you do
dancing.
That. Yeah.
Hey, we all got to have something
that's your hobby. And I knew you all these years. And I think that's so special. Yeah, you got to tell people. I know. She's never on camera. I was like, you have to do this because then you have to put your face out there because you have the best energy. You have amazing energy and like are very great with people. And so I think that's important too because you seem to listen. I feel like there could be other maybe designers or architects out there that might not listen to. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to put anybody down. I'm just saying.
No, but the way that's what my reaction to is like, that's like, it's one of the most important things, right?
Yes.
Listening and understanding what people want and need. And they don't always have the ability to explain that in a design translation, right?
Yeah.
They know the feeling that they want. They know, or they've seen something on Pinterest. They're like, how can this be my house, right?
Yeah.
And so again, that's the fun part is listening to what they want and figuring out how to create that for them.
But that's probably good because it's like with the female and the male that you and you two together.
Yeah.
Because I think that's, that softer side is like really.
Yeah. And a lot of the dialogue is when we get back after a meeting with some clients, it's, hey, what did you understand from that?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So again, just like there's a lot of perspectives and a lot of ways to interpret what people are saying or how they want things done or how they want to live. And it's not always an easy thing for clients to vocalize. They don't necessarily
to express.
know. Yeah. And so that's another kind of favorite part is, hey, what did you get from this? What did you pick up? And yeah.
So how does it work? If you were like, if one of our viewers here was just like, do you do it like, okay, I have a lot, like just like a tear down and you want to start from scratch, or, I have this remodel I need to do, or what's your kind of project that you like to do, or how does it work?
Well, it just depends. Either of those situations.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I have this house that we lived in, my family's house for the last 20 years. We want it to be ours, or, hey, I have a lot. We've never done this before.
Yeah. We don't know anything we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, very different projects for sure, different timelines for sure. And so I think that's kind of the most important part, is really communicating from the start, like, hey, if we're doing a ground up build,
what do you think, if it's not coastal commission, what do you think that might be in LA?
So you have so many jurisdictions, you have so many things that come into play when you're developing from scratch, especially, right?
Yeah, from scratch. So, yeah. I mean, the lot is a tear down. You're going to just wipe it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying, like, what's the timeline on?
But like, say it was
assuming it's an easy lot,
like North Montana, problem. One of those, like, Santa Monica can take longer,
let's just talk about a general LA home.
Yeah, LA, not
anything
Santa Monica.
In Santa Monica, Venice, anything along the coastal areas, even if you don't hit coastal commission, you have a lot of neighborhood planning boards and things like that. So that's what keeps things looking the way they do, right? So in Santa Monica, you have to follow certain standards. Another really great example is like in Santa Barbara, right? People love Santa Barbara. They love what it looks like.
The architecture there, love it. Oh, I love that place. Oh my God.
They have really high standards, architectural standards and specifications that you have to design within. So it's amazing. It's great. But it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in an ideal world, basic lot, city of Los Angeles, you're in that like 6 months to a year. You're going, plus construction, 18, 24 months, something like that, depending on the size of the house. Yeah.
So
2 years.
2 years, 2 to 3 years.
There's so many factors. I wish I could tell you exactly.
Yeah.
Are we building a 1,700 square foot house, or are we building a 5,000 square foot house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it really just depends on what.
Oh, is there a basement? Oh God, because that is so much. Yeah.
The basement.
The basement.
The basement.
Yeah.
Are we building, we built a house over here. It was an addition again, in Brentwood, and we did an entire concrete basement, primary suite.
Oh, wow.
Hanging off the hillside. So like that experience is absolutely stunning. Building with concrete, form work and things like that takes a lot of time.
Oh, wow.
So especially on the hillside. So there's a lot of factors that come into play, but we're happy to sit down with anybody and kind of, lay out what the best first steps are, at least in defining what you want and what your goals are.
Oh, yeah.
Developing.
Yeah. Is that how it works, though? Because if somebody wants like a first step, do you just have the meeting first?
Yeah, you just come in and we talk about, a lot of people.
Is there like a fee to come in and have like a talk? Okay, it's just a first meeting.
Come in, you meet,
first meeting,
we talk, we make sure we both like each other.
I think that's so important. It's probably very similar with real estate. It's
like,
who do you want to pick to be your agent and
it's a super personal step,
right? Or list your house. You can meet multiple people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very personal. So that's also what's so great about this line of work with single family homes is it is personal, and you do really get to know somebody and know how they like to live. And it's again a little peek into everybody else's wonderful experience. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay. So that's how you guys end up operating. You would go there.
Come in, you tell us,
where's your office?
Culver City.
Culver City.
Yeah. And
I got to come to the office.
I can't believe
that. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for myself. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, next step.
I know. That's next step. Yeah. And so you come in, and then you decide if you want to just Well, you already have the architecture part. Like if you need an architect, but it's just sometimes people just need construct, like without like the whole,
unfortunately if you're saying if we just do construction, typically we don't do construction on projects that are not our own.
I understand.
And
that's good to know. See? That's good.
We're primarily an architecture firm, so we don't build all of our projects. We don't have the ability to do that right now.
Yeah.
We tend to pick the projects that we really feel like we can add the most value to.
Okay.
So there's some projects that we'll design and we'll be, the architects on, but we won't participate in the actual, as a general contractor in the build. We'll participate as like a construction administration or management to help the clients navigate their general contractor. So we can help them pick someone we think is qualified to do this job. Yeah. We can make sure, they're
staying on track.
Yes, they're focused, that the designs that we spend so much time, months planning with each family, that the designs are coming out the way that they should be coming out.
Oh, okay. So they can keep you on that way.
Yeah. And to be honest, the part that I think a lot of people don't think about is we help with the communication between the general contractor and the client. So
that can be,
there's a lot of, there's just a lot of unknowns, right? When you're doing construction, especially in remodels, but even in new builds, there's a lot of room for interpretation of plans. So no matter we joke, if you have ever built a Lego set with a kid, right? And all of a sudden you're like, 10 steps ago, I put the block in facing the wrong way or something, right? And then you're like, I didn't realize that. So like, there's things that happen no matter how good the instructions are. They've been studied by so many people. There still are things that are going to happen and that are going to be left open to interpretation of the people that are building it. So it's our role to come in and help the clients understand that and just make it overall the best experience possible.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. For sure. For sure. I mean, I know it's always good to have an extra person.
And we can advocate for the clients, with all the people that they're working with as well.
That's great. Oh, okay. So I didn't even know that part of it. Yeah, that's amazing too. And so since I'm in real estate, what is the most expensive home that you guys have ever didn't you help with one and it sold for some crazy price? What, can you say the price? Are you allowed?
I'd rather not call this one out, but yeah, we've
very significant.
We've watched our clients really benefit from investment in design and creating something, like I said, that nobody else has. And I think you can speak
the one of a kind thing.
Yeah, you can speak to this. Who wants, not everybody wants something that everybody else has. They want to leave their own kind of imprint, and it doesn't have to be a whole house, but it can be, again, just creating those magical moments.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it was special. But you do all price points of projects.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some people come there like I like right now actually in Hermosa Beach, and I love all the project sizes because we're doing a bar. We're just doing a bar.
Okay, good to know.
In Hermosa Beach right now, for a client that we worked with years and years ago, but she's like, will you come back and just do my bar? And I was like, absolutely. There's something great of being able to do kind of like a short-term project too, that we're like, it'll be done.
And then you can see.
Yeah, you get to see your work in like, a few weeks instead of a few years or whatever. So it's really rewarding also.
Good to know.
Yeah. And it's really rewarding for our whole team to see things come together quickly. And
that's so amazing. Yeah. And then I got to know your family.
Yeah.
Your cute parents that I love.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, you have helped so many.
I am adopted in the family, I love your family so much. Mm-hmm. And your girls, I just can't believe they're our kids are so close in age. It's so great. So, and then we share a very special friend that she says we can't say her name, that we love so much. I know. So I just love that we've gotten to be so close. And I think it's so amazing too that like when we sold the home, and then the new client was so excited about you guys too. And I just love that, because I'm so proud to be like, oh, no, wait, you got it. You have to meet Adria. Like, are you kidding me? Like, she's the best. And so. Yeah,
that's, again, it's why I love what I do. Again, being able to work with people that are like-minded and just really, again, like a positive, powerful force in the industry, and that you are. And it's really awesome.
It's rewarding.
So thank you for all your help.
But vice versa. But it's been so great. But I loved knowing the scope of everything that you guys can do, and knowing how you got started, that you had all this other background. And all these, and the fashion and like
the fashion and everything. I've always been in, we do every, I just thinking now through all the process, like even for our special friend.
Our special friend. She won't let us
but even getting to do like we would do cakes. We got to explore like, what do we want to do to make them feel special, on their birthdays?
Oh, I know.
For the holidays and stuff like that. So really even bringing back that really old school kind of way of thought of really kind of touching every part to make it really unique for them. Since you do become close with your clients.
And become so close.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're just so on the same page, because we're always thinking like that.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
when we met, I was like, oh, she gets it.
Yeah.
And you're not just like one and done, like the same. You're just like, oh, okay. You're like, want to stay close and check in on the family.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How are you living in your house? How are you loving it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's the hardest part. I think the hardest part of the job is you end all of a sudden. It's like, and yes. And there's nothing more crushing that when you have a really great connection and you have a friendship, like a true friendship.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, that's how it is here, and the clients will say that too, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna come back and like check in and see you, because you just feel like, wait a minute, like my best buddy, we were texting,
part of our lives,
texting and calling every day, like where did you go? And I'm like, I'm still here.
Yeah.
So it's and then you get to go over there and like family dinners, and you get to see your work, and
that makes it really special.
I love that. Well, we share that. That's so cool. So, well, thanks for being on.
Oh
you
God,
did great.
Thank you so much for having me.
And it's good. It's out there. People are gonna know, or are gonna see your beautiful face. Yeah, maybe we'll see some dancing videos next time. Okay, all right. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, thank you so much.
How can everybody find you guys?
SorensenArchitects.com.
And you're
also
on Instagram.
We're also on Instagram.
I know you're working on it. I see it.
Yes, we can.
Yep. And these will be. We're gonna do these little videos of you on there. So your face.
I can't wait.
Your face will be out there.
I cannot wait.
Yes, I love it. Okay,
thank you so much.
Okay, bye. I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder.